Welcome to Yahweh's and Sure Speak. We are here in Evanston, Illinois. This is the Hebrew husband and wife ministry that is going forward by the Michelle of Daddy Yahweh from the vision of Roman Kyle that yes, a woman can teach. He had Yah gave him the boldness from the fiery throne, that fiery ruach to stand and let the earth know it is husband and wife, brothers and sisters. That's it. Hallelujah. To bring the truth. That's all it's about. The truth that Yahshua through the centuries had man watered down, man with the influence of Yahshua through man, changed things. He couldn't change it. Our daddy left it in the book that they would try to do these things. But we are here, we are sons of thunders of Yahweh again, because Yahshua took it back all when he died on the cross. He put it back on us that we are teaching the truth from Genesis to Revelation. For thus says Yahweh, and the Bible has spoken. It is written and it is final. And that's what it is. We are here in the great, coming off the great Lion into the young part of Daddy Yahweh Sabbath. It's so beautiful because it is the world behind Mount Zion is you. We don't, when you come into the Bible, you must come. It's a command to come into Facebook. They come out reading at the crib doing it. No, you got your classes on YouTube, text tube, phone tube. You know. He said you come down then Sabbath yom you be here. This is where you get the reason and get it together from the word together. We're families where you sit down at his table and eat his food he prepared for you. But with that being said, we're going to continue on this lesson, marvelous lesson. The stranger and the spirit. Ibryi, Israel, they have a problem, but the young one Sunday people, they welcome everybody, and they say you have, the Holy Spirit in you. Hear they saw this professor, but some of Israel, you know what I'm saying, it ain't the stranger ain't gonna be in the Malkut, and you ain't got the spirit. That's a lie from Hasatan and from, but all is well. Y'all gives us time to repent. Hallelujah, and come back to him. Define the word stranger.
From the Storm Concordance of the Old and New Testament of the Bible, stranger, Hebrews 16:16, gird, or fully gird, from Hebrews 14:81, properly a guest, by implication a foreigner, alien, sojourner, stranger.
Hallelujah. We always did. We wasn't no guests of y'all, because when you was alien, we was alienated, so you was a stranger. We were foreign to him. All of this was at one time. Your Israel. Continue.
Greek 245, allotrios, from Greek 243, another's, example, not one's own, by extension, foreign, not akin, hostile, alien, other man's, men's, another man's, men's, strange, stranger.
Yeah, at that time, this word was strange to us, because we were strangers, like people, majority of the world, look around, majority of the world following the beat. Well, because they not assembled on the Sabbath, they doing their thing, as we were just saying, me, myself, and I. So that's but there's still hope. Continue.
Greek 246, alophilos, from Greek 243 and Greek 5443, foreign, example, specifically Gentile, one of another nation.
Hallelujah. Yeah, foreign. That this word was foreign to us because we was alienated from it. And then it just let you know what a stranger told it, a Gentile. It's just anyone else that's not in Israel. We are physical Israel, but even physical Israel and everybody must become spiritual Israel. And you got some Israel, spiritual. What I have not read, it tell you, Yahshua said, flesh and dawn, you cannot enter the kingdom. And then he tell you, you must become a child. You got some Israel saying you're a child. You got the son that people saying you're a child of God. You're a child. They love you. That's love. That's love. That's hating when you say, ain't no stranger gonna be in the kingdom, and you ain't a child, and you ain't got the spirit. It's Gabriel, Michael, and the word and all that. As Ruach gave Ross showed me that lesson. Hey, it's the spirit, that's the gift. You got to like God taught teaching from Israel. You ain't got to speak in tongues. Even Sunday people, they talking about speaking in tongues. Sunday, whether the Caucasian or the so-called black man, they teaching tongues, this and that. They may not fully understand exactly what it's supposed to, how it be, but they at least do that. God Israel saying, nah, you ain't got to do that. Oh, wow, come on now. And like as it is written, you can talk about Yahshua like they did when I'm telling you, Iyshshah, when we was coming. They talked about Yahshua when he was alive and dead. That's the same they talk about him when we alive and dead. He said you can talk about Yahshua like they did, like he was a dog and all that. Did all this, beat him and all that. He said, that's Yahshua, the argument man. I forgive you of that. But the unforgettable sin, everybody asking, a lot of different religions got their own opinion of. But the unforgettable is blasphemy against the Ruach. How could that? Because you dying with that, you ain't believing. And like I said, you ain't believing. He give you time. Now, he said, you want me to forgive it. This, in this age, and the age to come.
He said it.
That man does says Yahweh. And it is written, that man you won't be in the kingdom. Because you went there, believe you, twisting it, trying to say to everything you wanted to be, except whatever. And you Sunday people, when y'all say he talking about you too. They're better blasphemy. Whether you say it's an angel, it's the word, or he, that's blasphemy. Because you're not telling what it really is. Praise the mighty Yah. Continue.
Spirit, Ruach, from Hebrews 7306, wind by resemblance, breath, example, a sensible or even violent exhalation, figuratively, life.
Like they say, by resemblance, that's the Ruach, it resembles Yah's power source. That's what it is, exactly what it is. Continue.
Anger, substantially, by extension, a region of the sky by resemblance, spirit, but only if a rational being, including its expression and functions.
That's what it is. It's rational being. It is it's including its expression and function. That's what it is. That's what the power source, the function of Yahshua, Yahweh, containing.
Air, anger, blast, breath, cool, courage, mind, quarter, side, spiritual, tempest, vain, wind, whirlwind, windy.
And that's what it is. It gives you this courageous mind to stand on what thus says Yahweh from Genesis to Revelation. And confident. We have a confident, relaxed, not overthinking, joyful mind doing his work every day. Continue.
Greek, 4151, pneuma. From Greek 4154, a current of air. Example, breath, blast, or a breeze by analogy or figuratively. A spirit. Example, human, the rational soul by implication, vital, principle, mental, disposition, etc. Or superhuman, an angel, demon, or divine God, Christ, spirit, the Holy Spirit, ghost, life, spirit, spiritual, spiritually minded. Compare Greek 5590.
And that's what it is. It's spiritual, and it gets you to spiritually minded. To be, like you say, let this mind of Yahshua be in you. And that's the only way it comes from the Ruach HaKodesh. That's it. And that's what it is. It. Holla Yahweh. Holla Yahweh. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Let's read verses 1 and 2.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tingling cymbal. Verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing.
Hallelujah. He said, though I am armed with the tongue of Adam and of Malachim, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Like we just saying, somewhere we know what brass made, and then there's the brass ceiling, you know, that y'all don't hear anything. He just telling you, hey, I have, you know, and he tell you, and though I have the gift, that's the gift. The gift is the ruach of Nebuah and being all mystery. That's what y'all, when you get this ruach from the water basin and then you feed this, he'll reveal like afterward, like it's a mystery. No, he told I'll give you the deepest, darkest secret. That's what the ruach doing. As we just said, as Shalom had done the lesson, a pre-lesson before this, and it was saying, hey, you get this gift, you don't need man to teach you. That is not saying, don't get it twisted, you don't need nobody. It's saying the ruach will lead and guide you to all truth. But he has a man or woman set up here to help you to see the scripture so you can go in there and get fed with it. You know, so it's the ruach. Once you get the baptism and you feed it, then you get the practicing speaking in the tongue, unknown tongue, not in front of no congregation. That he said in your most secret place. That's when you got your crib. You talking to him one-on-one. He said, come to my mountain. This is where you get the total power source. The Nebuah, all that. He gives you in the water basin as to get fed, but he wants you to have that fiery ruach to stand down, beat down the devil all the way down, and have talking in your most holiness, and like I said, praying for people, and then we don't know, like I said, it's always said, hey, I speak an unknown language to the flesh. Now they don't understand. It ain't fruitful to the flesh. Not the flesh ourselves don't know, but Yah know. And it intercedes for people, your family, friends, yourself, and it's all good. Man, listen, and all y'all there, though I have all in me now, Yahshua's in me now. We done went from I in me now to Yahshua's in me now. Now that's like the fiery ruach, so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. If you ain't got the love, for the general love to tell the people the truth about this book, you ain't nothing. Because this Yahshua came, told them exactly after Daddy told him to bring it up. And we continuing it. We have been lost, but Yahshua has revived us. He gave us this new mind, these new thoughts of him. Through Daddy's work in this world, that he had born us to continue born up Yahshua. That people know, you know, we, like it is written, we understand now. We're not out of the world, we live in this world. And we're headed throughout that will. We can enjoy everything in it, because this is ours. This is our inheritance. This world is ours. We come to take it back, gangster back, taking back territory from the devil. That's what it's all about. Yahshua said, be fruitful and multiply and subdue that. That's what we're doing. We're doing it now. The true word. Hallelujah. Deuteronomy. It's truth. Like I said, no matter, you know, it ain't about who's right or wrong. As Ruach had said through Shalom and through all of us. It ain't about right or wrong. It's about who's right. Yah's right. As I said, his word. That's it. It's about his rightful. Because that's Emet Dabarim. That's all it's about. Saving souls, keeping people, steering people away from the lake of fire, going with the devil. That's it. Have a blessed life now. Hallelujah. Deuteronomy chapter 10. 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 Deuteronomy chapter 10, 18 to 19.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 18. He doth execute the judgment of the fatherless and widow, and loveth the stranger in giving him food and raiment.
Hallelujah. He does execute the mitzvah of the fatherless and the widow, and have the stranger, Israel, the stranger, and giving him food and raiment. Continue.
Verse 19. Love ye therefore the stranger, for ye were strangers in the land of Mizraim.
I have you therefore, the stranger, for you was a stranger in the land of Mizraim. Mizraim, they were our physical ancestors, but we was in the spiritual Mizraim, our mind. We were straying, alienated away from Yahweh. We were straying. We were strangers, so he had loved us before we even knew about him. He had loved us. He tell you to love stranger. That's love, and we just read it. You have charity, you have nothing. Man, you know this word from Genesis to Revelation, but you don't have charity, you have nothing. Because in the kingdom you ain't gonna be in it. You're hating now, you gotta be a kingdom citizen now, a child of Yahweh right now. That's hate. Yahshua came in and knew and showed you that love. You got, like on Facebook, it's the young woman, she had said the old and the new, they go together, they embrace each other. Then you got another sister one to give a, these are, you know, these homeschoolers. When they get a chance, they write a whole book on a paragraph answering one question where he said keep it plain and simple. She trying to twist it and all that, and I just haven't seen it this Sabbath. And Ruach went in and said yes, the old and new is together. It's one book. Holla Yahweh. That ain't love. Like they say, if we just read, that's that's misleading and all that, not giving the truth. You ain't right. You know who you right for. Your daddy the devil. That's it. Yahshua said. We saying speaking what our daddy speak. You not either you like King David when he saw the people coming. He said, "Hold up, homie. What's up? You rolling with us, or you? Cause if you coming at me, you going against the righteous daddy, and he gonna take care of me and take care of you. Either you with us or you against y'all. That's it. Well, that's it. From Genesis to Revelation. Holla Yahweh. That's it. 1 Corinthians. That's it. Well, we ain't not get written. And brother, Israel come get out of preschool and they ain't made it to kindergarten yet to find out they was and want to debate and all that. And it's written. You don't have to go there with them. He called it foolish, vain debate. You don't go there. Y'all got a radio show. One day I sent out God tomorrow and God every Friday. Are you a YouTuber teacher? At your crib, I ain't finna watch you break the Torah, that command. I ain't finna watch you. You can send many invites you want. On the radio show, that's always how they debate. That's all they do. Certain gonna debate. Go somewhere. Holla Yahweh. It's about this, too much work to be done. That's the devil got you game and you a naysayer. Got you game, you going back and forth with each other. Because y'all show you and now the devil got you. Back foolish like the world. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians says it's too much work to be done. For Yahweh bringing this truth to this era and keeping yourself in check and help others stick, give them the word for they can keep themselves there. Because can't nobody do it for you but yourself. Holla Yahweh. But Yah gave you the word how to do it for yourself. He gave you the teachers to bring the truth, and then he gave it to you afterward. After you leave the temple, you to put it to practice. You to receive and believe, put it to practice, and let it become your lifestyle. It's beautiful. That's good. Holla Yahweh. Beautiful. It's all upon us as an individual. Because there ain't no excuse of how you behave. You can't say this with that, this person with that. Ain't no, it's you. He said, you modify your Ibryi. You. You know, people say, oh, pray up, help God, you do this. No, he said, you tame the tongue with these words. You modify your mind. You renew your mind. Praise the mighty Yah. 1 Corinthians chapter 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verses 1 to 6.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy.
Now they say, follow after charity, that's not love. Yeshua is love. And desire Ruach gifts. The gifts, you know, gift. That the Ruach is a gift, but rather that you made Nebuah.
Verse 2. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto Yah. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries.
We were just talking about that.
Yep.
You know, we that are in an unknown tongue are not to Adam. Y'all be up there in the congregation, front, want them to be all of you. And he had told you, and y'all wants to call that, do that be the son of you. He said, if one speaking tongue, let there be someone interpret. Out of Yahweh. But unto Elohim, for no Adam being, that's what Charles was saying, and that's what he's saying now. No Adam being, him, how that in the Hyrule, he among mystery. That's what we're saying, people. Like the son of the deep mystery, it's a mystery. He just telling you. He's telling, he showed you, and definitely in the unknown tongue, in the Ruach. He gonna definitely, you don't know what you're saying, but he gonna take care of all the mysteries and he revealing it from the water baptism as he's feeding his word. He revealed the mystery, but he wants you to go higher.
Yes.
Verse 3. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort.
And that's what it is. That's why he said, don't forsake the assembly of saints. But he that Nebuah among to honor, to edification, lifting up and exhortation and comfort, letting them know these words are true. That's what we do with each other. We hear the teachings on TV and all. This is Yah's word, whoever it is, the comforter. Let them know this is true.
Verse 4. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the congregation.
He that among in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that Nebuah edifieth the assembly. Yeah, because you go into your most holy, he wants you to edify yourself to him. That's what it is. Ain't no private edification. It's that you ain't being rude to him no more. He wants you to come up. That's what you would have. Yahshua keeps us standing, keep it going. Every time you come here, Yahshua bringing you up. The carnal mind is slow. The Ruach within us is a speed. We got to go ahead, walk out like Star Trek and keep up with it. Just keep it up. You'll never get that level, but by that mind, he wants you to actually to come up. Because it's eternal. So he's the teacher that's going to teach forever. It's going to be love, come on. Like when you're the child, the physical child, and you had things, their challenges of toys and this to go behind how you love it. And that's what he wants you to love, this walk. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Keep your motor running.
Yeah. Like I was saying, it was an elderly Caucasian woman, and most people think you get an age, retire from the secular job, retire. That's the only acknowledgement of the Saturday day. We said, go, mama. She had a little backpack. She was walking out to exercise. You can tell she was up in age. God bless her. Continue.
Verse 5. I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the congregation may receive edifying.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yah would love for all of us to speak in his tongue, and our emotion. But rather ye, Nebuah, for greater is he that knew Nebuah than he that admired with tongue, except he interpret, that the congregation may receive edification. That's all he's saying. It's better you just to stay in your natural language of Nebuan and all that, that you trying to front or speak in tongues like he had. That's what he's checking it. He's checking the congregation right now.
Yep.
He's checking them. Because they was up there like they do on Sunday. All just faking. You know, he never telling them. Finish it.
Verse 6, now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you? Except I shall speak to you either by revelation or by knowledge, or by prophesying or by doctrine.
Hallelujah. This is it. Now, if we came unto you a mind with tongue, what would it profit you? Except I am unto you either by revelation, knowledge of Yahweh, or by Yahweh, which is, like I said, Revelation 9, Yahweh, or by Nebuah, or by the doctrine of Yahshua. That's when you with the congregation. But he was saying, hey, and that's Yah. Yah wants everybody to get to speaking in the Ruach to him, one-on-one. Stop. What it is, that's the Ruach that gave Ross Sloman that wonderful lesson. Stop being rude to him. He gave you these gifts. You got people teaching, man, in Israel is bad. You ain't gonna do all that. Didn't talk from another teacher, and they done branched off and they steady teaching. Hallelujah. And then, like you said, last is when you say, Roman Christians say, he, go do your history book. Say Constantine changed a lot of things. Y'all told you what it's not a fact on it. It's powerless once you come to know it. Devil influenced by the devil. Because this day is the Japhethites' last rule. That's why they rename and stuff. The leprosy, what the y'all definitely? White as snow. They rewriting boils and all that. Because there's Hasatan wants you to get to come to know Yah's man. He twisting a lot of stuff through man. But it's all good. Stay in this book, you find. And there he reveals it all. Praise the mighty Yah. That's it. Hallelujah. We ain't this and that on our son. He grows you up each and every day. Get more and more revolutionary. That relation of him, knowledge. For you can come up and then you go to it higher and down. The Roman Christian. New level, new devil. Ain't no new devil. He the same. He the same. Y'all gonna be weak with that. No, he like they did, sure the more power you get, he gonna try, he may try and see if you gonna exercise that power. He gonna tempt you, that's all he can do. And that's, we got this fleshly body, that's till you die. But you see, once, like you said, once Yahshua got that speaking in tongues, you ain't had the devil no more, bound him no more. He was afraid to run. We had the regular baptism, he afraid to get up. We got those who know exactly how to use it. But now this Ruach, fiery Ruach, like Yahshua said, he wanted on Feast of Weeks. He said, you're going to get the fiery tongue. He talking about the fire. And Yachanan the Baptist, he said, I'm cleaning you up with this water. Get them sin out, but sure come and bring that fiery Ruach. And that's speaking in the unknown tongue. Hallelujah. Yes, sir. We doing this.
It's all right.
Learning.
Go, Daddy Yahweh.
Yes. He always shows up and show up through us. He makes us look so good because we are obedient to him.
Bless you, Father.
Deuteronomy chapter 16. Yes, we're so glad that you, as he did Moshe, our brother Moshe, when he finally got his attention to burning bush, he finally got all of our attention somehow, some way. And now we're so thankful that he had took us from this scummy earth that the devil has corrupted. And that's what it is. Anybody trying to teach you different from this Ruach, they're trying to corrupt you. Hallelujah. You ain't gonna do all that. You gotta do all that and some more. You're gonna love to do all that. And give me some more of that food. Sit there, Daddy. Give me some more of that food, Daddy. That was so good. So you can let the world see, as he said, as they know, he said, so that the Arab can know that there is an Elohim in Israel when he was doing stuff. So the Arab can know there is the Elohim of the universe doing all this through us. Hallelujah.
Right there, that's right.
Deuteronomy 16 and 11.
Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 11.
That's what we're talking about, the joy.
And thou shalt rejoice before Yah thy Elohim, thou and thy son, and thy daughter, and thy manservant, and thy maidservant, and the Levite that is within thy gates, and the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow that are among you, in the place which Yah thy Elohim hath chosen to place his name there.
This is it, and it's around there. So this is what we're talking about. For they can see that there's a Kaya Elohim through us. And we shall match before Yahweh, our Elohim. Me, we, us, our Ban, our Beth, our Adam Aaron, and our maid Aaron, and the Levite that are within our gates, within the gates of Yahweh. There's Zion. We spiritual ghosts and a group of saints holding on to the everlasting name, Yahshua. That gate is wherever we are, because that's Yah through us, the Ruach, the stranger, Judah Max, the stranger, the obelisk, and the widow that are among the gates of Yahweh. You in the place which Yahweh that Elohim have chosen to place his Shem there. Ruach HaKodesh in us, so it's everywhere. Everywhere, a Kadesh mat all around this area. That's what he wants you to show, so they can know that there's a true Kaya Elohim, and his name is the Abba Yahweh, and his son Yahshua. And Yeshua's great Shem, Yahman. So it is done to us, as it is in Shemayim, and as the earth, air. We doing it will, from the Ruach. Skip down to verse 14.
Verse 14.
It's a command when he said it. It's a command. Once you come to know the word, you, like I say, we ain't under the Torah because we not breaking the Torah. Once you come to know this Torah, it's automatic. Do what he said right here. Read.
Verse 14, and thou shalt rejoice in thy feast, thou and thy son, and thy daughter, and thy manservant, and thy maidservant, and the Levite, the stranger, and the fatherless, and the widow that are within thy gates.
And Judah Max. Y'all might be trying to fry up the Torah, but as the Ruach HaKodesh through our Roman kind, the whole book is the Torah. But he doesn't let you know. And we better should man in the high keg. The keg is every day. That's a keg celebration. Be up and working at that. But he got his physical day. But we spiritual. We celebrate every day, all day long. On eating on the feasting on this feast of these words. And joy. That's what we feast on, is the joy. We just got to get it back. Let no one take that joy away. That even the young one people, the son, I love it. They say, I ain't gonna let nobody steal my joy. You know, and it's a command. And down thy barn, thy belt, and thy Adam Evan, and thy maid Evan, and the Levi, which is we are that. We are that. We bring that joy to the people from it, the Ruach HaKodesh. We are the Kohen. The stranger, he let you know what I'm saying, the obelisk, and the widow. And then within the gate, we supposed to bring have joy, be joyful, feast on the word given to people. To get out that sourpuss spirit the devil trying to put them on. And live this book.
Keep that out.
Yeah, because we yacht busters. We got our sledgehammer and nail. Nailing that line to the dirt, to the ground, to the grave. That's it. We had to bring joy back to this era. Supposed to be joyful every day. Like I say, it's promise, it's promise. We just got to stand on it. He promised you can take care, you do all this. He promised. Just got to come and get into that ruach. Live it. Hallelujah. Luke chapter 4. Luke chapter 4. It's time out for playing Israel. It's time for doing. He said, don't be a hearer of my doctrine. Be a doer. Hear it, you got to hear it. Keep hearing it, and then feeding that ruach, like you feed that the physical body. You give it something every day. You got to get some of this word every practically all day, every day. Every second, every minute, every hour, all day, every day. Then once you come to know this is what you have a thirst for this. It's a desire on everybody. Can't nobody give it to you. Make you have it. You got to grow into it.
Yeah.
And grow into it is about feeding. And stop listening to be more around the world, taking in, they talking in, you can find going down to your family and friends, talking like them. Being around most of the world, people can't. It's a separation. We ain't better, but we are different. And that's what we called to do. And then you taking in, watching these programs, this program, you don't think it's going in there. Because then that's what you main more about a television program than reading or something. That it's okay, he said you have your entertainment, but that's limited because it's so much mess out here that bombard you, but you get this word, you know how to take it in and delete it. Hallelujah. I tell people at the job, I said, I don't even remember some things in the Ruach recording because I clear it out to deal with that this day. He said, the day tomorrow, take care of the day, tomorrow is sufficient enough for itself. You know, and that's what it is. You holding on, things, people holding on for 20, 30, 40 years. Devil got you in the crunch.
Got hypnotized.
Yeah, and then you get upset, and then you up one little thing ain't your way, you're throwing it, going off the wheels like he wants you to. Come off daddy's always track. Hallelujah, get back. Hallelujah, Luke chapter 4. That's all it is renewing of the mind. We got to be reminded daily. That's why Yahshua say, pick up your cross daily. Die to self daily. And uproot the old roots from your old self and plant these new seeds, the word. Let it grow up. Feed the Ruach. Luke chapter 4. Don't skip what's going around where there ain't nothing. Yahshua said, don't be worried about nothing. I have overcome the world. It's his word. You got to get this word in your spirit. Relax and live it. Hallelujah. Luke chapter 4. Like you say, he came once he got, this is wow, just thinking of it, and here it is. Luke chapter 4, 18 and 19. This is when he got the fiery ruach. This is what our duty, this is our commission. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Read.
Luke chapter 4 and verse 18. The Spirit of Yah is upon me, because he hath appointed me to preach the doctrine to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised.
Hallelujah. The Ruach of Yahweh is upon us. Yahshua said, I go away, you do greater works for me. This is the Ruach. That's why he left it. So I won't leave you comforted. He left the Ruach. This is us now. The Ruach of Yahweh is upon us, in us. Whether it be upon you, in you, is there. You read the book. It was funny when he showed it like a dove. The wrong Christian like to have a dove. He was just letting you know how a dove descends. Like a dove, but he wanted them to see. This came from Shemayim. You know, that Ruach upon us, because Yah have anointed us to Yahweh, the good time, the doctrine, to the poor that don't know him. It pouring in the spirit.
Yeah.
He has sent us the shalom, the brokenhearted, the Yahweh, deliverance, the captain in your mind, recovering of sight. This is the corrupt of sight. It can be physical, blind and all that. That's what he can. Set liberty them that are bruised by that devil.
Really?
You know, that demonic spirit. Continue.
Verse 19, to preach the acceptable year of Yah.
To Yahweh, the acceptable year of Yahweh, which is right now. The acceptable years of Yah right now. Accept these doctrines. Accept it, because the end time is coming. This is the beginning of the end. There were rumors and roars and all that. It was saying, but these are the last of the last day. Look around. Look around. This is it. And this is the acceptable time we are. Yahweh. As he said, repent. The kingdom is at hand. Hallelujah. Come back to Yah. Come back to the truth. Hallelujah. We giving it out here at Yahshua Temple and many other temples around. The truth is from Genesis to Revelation. Saying and doing and telling people exactly what is written. That is it. Hallelujah. Try to twist it. You can't be twisted. You can't do it to us. It ain't about being who's right or wrong. It's about who's right. Yahweh.
Always.
Hallelujah. Deuteronomy chapter 24. Deuteronomy. We just here to tell who's right all the time. All the time.
Let's see.
We not right, but he makes our saying right. Because we saying and doing exactly what he has to do and say. Hallelujah. Yeah, praise the mighty God. Deuteronomy 24, chapter 14.
Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 14. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in the land within thy gates.
Right here, like he said, thou shalt not oppress. The higher said, he telling us, we shall not oppress the poor, which is poor in the mind and needy of these words, whether he be of thy art, whether he Israel, of the stranger that are in the land within the gates of Yahweh. Thou said, don't be confusing them with, you ain't going, you telling them things that you think it should be. Instead of, they reading what's in, but then you interpret it, they take it. You oppressing them. You're oppressing them with this true word. You're oppressing them. Skip down to 17.
Verse 17.
Because when you do that, you giving them confusion of your daddy to them. You're confusing them. They come and want to know the sincere truth for Yahweh. Read.
Thou shalt not pervert the judgment of the stranger, nor of the fatherless, nor take a widow's raiment to pledge.
Here it is. You should not pervert the mitzvah of the stranger. Anybody that don't know. Tell them, oh, you ain't Israel, all that, you know, and you ate this, and you don't know anybody. You know, pervert them. The angel is the spirit, you know. Now you don't went down because it did. People are bringing it to you. People want to know the truth. So now it's the word, as the Ruach had, throughout Rosh Hashanah did the lesson. We all know the word get you to the spirit. You get the word before you get the spirit. You have the word to get to the spirit. So the spirit, the word ain't the spirit. It's the word from the spirit of Yah. Hallelujah. Isaiah chapter 16. Isaiah chapter 16. Matthew chapter 16. Isaiah is just true. It ain't, like I said, it don't matter who you are, you know, which our brothers Israel, when it ain't true, it's true. As Ron said, ain't no lie of the truth. Right. You know, I don't care like they dress up Christ, man, Esther. You can dress it up all you want. It's still a lie. Looks all good, and that's what the devil do. He that thing, you having playing your mind because you ain't got the spiritual mind, having you doubt and wonder, and then have you twisted because you ain't reading for yourself. That's what it shows you. You ain't reading, and not that word you wrote him right on Facebook. Y'all rather believe my pastor said than what the word of Yah says. Read. Hallelujah. It's time, he said, repent and come back to me. He said, you get rid of all that mess. You get it out of your mind. That's what you got to do. It ain't, I pray that you help me. That's good. But he telling you, like Yahshua said, how long must I be with y'all, keep teaching y'all and all that? And that's what he's saying now. How long should I be? I gave you my word. When you going to mature up to him to do this? He said, you have the power. You cast out. You do this. You modify your body. That's what it is. You check yourself for you won't wreck yourself. That's it. Matthew chapter 16. Matthew chapter 16 and 19. This is from the Ruach. This is what he told them. This is what he's saying. Read.
Matthew chapter 16 and verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
This is when you got to practice in that fiery ruach. This is the promise. And I have given thee the keys of the tabernacle of Shemaiah, and whatsoever you me shall bind on the high heaven shall be bound in Shemaiah, and whatsoever you me shall loose on the high heaven shall be loosed in Shemaiah. This is what like he gave us this command. He said, as we said in prayer, he said, his will is going to be done on the earth through us, as it is Shemaiah. This is the keys from the fiery ruach, speaking in unknown tongue to him. This way you get all the power. That's when Yahshua came back from that wilderness. He was all power then. And then, like you say, healing, all that, because from that time, from Malachi to Mathiah, he turned his back on man. For them, whatever they say, 300, 400 years, because man was so rebellious, and they said, which they tried to let man do it, they couldn't do it without the book. They can't. You can't do it without. So from that time, when you read they weren't being sickly and all that as it was then when he came back, and today. Because he came back, that's why he came back healing and casting out there, because the devil ran rapid. Because he knew they had turned their backs on Yah and were leaning to their own stinking thing. And Yahshua had to come. It was all made before this man's time, but he had to come. Now he put it back on us to renew ourselves, our minds, to help others renew theirs. YHWH. That's what it's about, defeating the devil. He says to do it till he come back. And this is what he's giving us the kingdom keys to Shemaiah to do. Hallelujah. Praise Daddy Yahweh. Luke. Okay. Deuteronomy 31. Deuteronomy 31. Deuteronomy 31. Deuteronomy 31. Deuteronomy 31. Deuteronomy 31. Let's read verse 12.
Deuteronomy chapter 31 and verse 12. Gather the people together, men and women and children, and thy stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear and that they may learn and reverence Yah your Elohim and observe to do all the words of this law.
Hallelujah. Gather the high am together. Adam, Kawa, Ban, thy stranger. He's talking about everybody. Certainly within their gate, those who was around them, that they may shema, and that they may yada and reverence Yahweh, our Elohim. He's your Elohim when you obey him, and observe to do all the doctrine of this Torah. All the doctrine, and the main one he wants to do is to practice the speaking an unknown tongue to him. So we get that, so we can have those keys to the Malkuth and do his will as it is in Shemaiah on this earth. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Revelation 1 and 18. Revelation chapter 1 and 18. Revelation chapter 1. Revelation chapter 1. Revelation chapter 1 and 18.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 18. I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. Amen. And have the keys of hell and of death.
Hallelujah. I am Yahshua, the Kaya, and was moved, and behold, I am Kaya forevermore. He let you know that Ruach had brought back to life. The same quick, when that Ruach quickened up, we was dead. Now we have been back to the life of Yahweh and Yahshua. You know, and he told you, he let you know I have the keys, which we gave us the key. hell and death. You know, the grave and death. He let you know. We had the keys is these words to keep you from that second death. That first death, we all have to go pronounced from Kawan Adam. But you don't have to, that second death. And he let you know that Ruach that was in him has quickened and brought him back to life, which we was dead. And I have to talk, and then Yakanan the Baptist started off with the water baptism. We went there and we've been getting taught how to use it. Now it's time. Let's graduate to the fiery Ruach. Hallelujah. We serve the thunders again. You must be a servant first to be a child. And anybody, like I say, taking away, they say you ain't a child now. They say you ain't saved now. And this is many years right after. The son, I know. Son, the son of people, they saying you a child, we're a child of God. We saved now. That's love. You know, like we just reading these scriptures, don't be in the way. Don't be telling them lies and all that, twisting it. They're Israel. Come on now, this is what he come. These words are for Israel first to get them back in line and stand under from Genesis to Revelation. You know, doing well job, but John wants you to come up more than the truth, because there's no lie in him. The Ruach, we had just read, the Ruach, there's no lie in it. He teaches it, and when he say you don't need no man to teach you, he was just saying, no straight food, man, on these things, but you need that man and woman that show you lead guide you to the word. And it said, the Ruach teaches no lies. Hallelujah. Deuteronomy chapter 31. Deuteronomy chapter 31. And he wants us to get it now. It's about saving souls, keeping ourselves in check, and help people turn away from the lake of fire. Because it is real. And most of the Sunday people got the illustration in there when Yahshua showing the rich man and Lazarus. There, the illustration, it's all about it. He tell you it's gonna be gnashing of teeth. And he tell you the lake of fire that burns forever and ever. And y'all want my pastor said, I ain't gonna be burning forever. I'm just gonna burn up. I'm there. It's gonna be there. They ministers of the devil. It's written. Y'all got some ministers of the devil. The devil can transform himself in his spirit, any patient, whatever. He pretend, he acting like y'all good, but he got y'all lying. Got them lying to y'all. Y'all sitting down that wooded pulpit, thinking y'all saved and acting just like the world. All religion is paganism. That's it. Y'all don't have a religion. It's a belief system from Genesis to Revelation. It's an instructional book how to live and serve Him. That's it. Praise the mighty Yah. Genesis chapter 31, verse 16. Deuteronomy. Chapter 31, verse 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 16. And Yah said unto Moshe, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the Elohims of the stranger of the land, whither they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with them.
And Yahweh said Moshe, Behold, you shall go to sleep with thy father, and these people will rise up and go a-hoeing after the Elohim of the strangers. And now he's reversing it. See, he finished send us off, and we in the land of captivity, which he called them strangers until they become spiritual Israel. And of the land that we in this land, scattered around the world, Israel, that they go be among them, and will forsake me, break my bereavement, which I have made with them. Till he let you know the spiritual man. You got to take the spirit. We came, it's their rule now. So, but he said, don't get with them. Once he got us to know who we are, You shouldn't be twisting and lying like they doing on this book. So stand for what thus says Yahweh, because the Bible has spoken to you. And stand on it. Don't go acting and being like them, taking on their hand. And then when you talk to sleeping Israel and America, you tell them about us, then they'll say, I'm a Baptist, I'm that. That's a religion. That ain't your true nationality. Hebrew Israel. Then you become the light, as Roman Kind said. You become that. But you refuse. See, that's what he said. And they refuse. Wasn't nothing wrong with his Torah. They refused. So now you refusing. But he had hand and I seen who he wants. So that's it, but he letting you know. Keep my word. That's it. Especially us Israel. That know who we are. Keep my word. Psalm chapter 68. Psalm 68. Psalm 68. Psalm chapter 68. Psalm 68. 18 to 20.
Psalms chapter 68 and verse 18. Thou shalt ascend on high. Thou hast led captivity captive. Thou hast received gifts for men. Yea, for the rebellious also, that Yah Elohim might dwell among them.
Thou hast ascended on high, Yahshua. Thou hast led captivity captive. Thou hast received gifts for us. The gift of Ruach Areh, many gifts, but that main one wants that fire speaking unknown. Yeah, for the rebellious also, that Yah Elohim might dwell among them. He is, he on this earth amongst them, but you got to receive it and read.
Verse 19. Blessed be Yah, who daily loaded us with benefits, even the Elohim of our salvation. Say,
Blessed be Yahweh, who daily, he said, daily loaded us with benefits, the gifts and all that, blessing and all things. Even the Elohim of our Yahshua. Say that. Praise the mighty Yah.